Okay, so the other part of what I was going to say was, when that first incident happened with hitting me and my son with this backpack, I did call the police. I made a police report, and I also called DHS, and I also made a report with the licenses department. In the state of Arkansas now, or either it's just Pulaski County, because when I had these problems over there in Lone Oak, they came and they still investigated that daycare. Now in Pulaski County, I'm guessing, or either y'all just decide that y'all want to open up a case because y'all have nothing else to do. When you call DHS on someone, they open up a case on everyone. So with this current incident that happened less than 30 days, they haven't been able to, they can't take that report, and they can't take the report because the case is still open, because she can't close it for 30 days basically. So it's still an open case. So when I call to report this, I could just basically call the licensing department and report this daycare to the licensing department. I'm also going to, and y'all know how I'm gonna title the video Jaxon and Pediatric Plus, so people can find the daycare and know which one I'm talking about, because this daycare likes to, if you have a bad review about them, and that's what I was gonna say, don't just go on the reviews. If somebody put up a review and you see nothing but good reviews, they probably tainted the reviews. Because when I sat here and said what I said about the daycare, I noticed that my experience on Google, they deleted it. So look, research, that's all I'm saying. Research the daycares, and I would say research the daycares anyway, because I don't know if y'all know, but it was a daycare called Jaxon in Arkansas. In Memphis, they were leaving kids in the vans, and the kid actually died in Memphis. And Access in North Little Rock, Arkansas, had actually left the child outside for like 2 or 3 hours. They didn't even know he was outside, he or she, and it was cold outside, and they ended up shutting their daycare down. So like, they're not gonna tell y'all that they are under investigation with DHS, or like under investigation with the licensing department. They're not gonna tell you that. And you know, the license department, DHS, is kind of like when you call DHS on anybody else. Like, they have to investigate, and if they don't see anything, they can't do anything. Like, they can leave it open, but unless they see something, they're not going to do absolutely nothing. So when the little boy got left outside, and it was actually reported by somebody that didn't work there, or a parent, well, it was a parent, but it was a parent of a whole nother child that just noticed that it was a kid out there. Like, yeah, do y'all research, Google these places. Like I said, if it's a Facebook, I believe they could delete the reviews that's bad about them on Facebook as well. So I'm doing this video just that you guys can be aware, to the people that are in Arkansas. I don't know, I'm not gonna say all of their locations are like this, because I didn't get, like, I'm not even gonna say all the locations like this, because all of the staff are not like this. But this particular location, they just opened, they haven't even finished the playground. This person that's a director now went from being a physical therapist, occupational therapist, to a director of a whole daycare. Like, giving a kid therapy and actually dealing with situations like this, or with staff, are two totally different things. And I feel like they should hire somebody that's experienced with doing this. Like, black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Chinese, green, purple, teal. Like, just hire somebody that has some type of common sense to be like, well, we did see this, and we did say this, or we didn't see this, and we didn't see this, and like, we can't really tell what was going on right. Even if they would have told me that they couldn't tell what was going on right there, I would have been fine with it. And also, when I called this director to explain to him what had happened with her yelling at my child, he basically said that there's no physical abuse going on at our centers, and there's no verbal abuse going on at our centers. How do you know that there's not physical or verbal abuse going on at these centers if you haven't even reviewed none of the footage? To sit here and tell me that basically that's not going on at our locations, that's not going on in our centers. So if a verbal abuse, which a verbal abuse is basically someone talking ill of someone hollering and screaming at someone talking to them with a aggressive tone, which is what she did, all that classifies as verbal abuse. So how are you gonna tell me what the hell I did witness what this bitch doing to my child? And you haven't even reviewed the footage, but that lets me know right here, right now, right then, that you don't give a fuck. Like, all you're trying to do, all you're going to do, is sweep it up on the rug. You want to have a meeting to, I don't even know what the fuck you want to have a meeting for, because you pretty much let me know how the fuck you gonna handle it. We didn't do nothing, we're not going to do nothing, and you're just hallucinating, basically. Like, what the fuck ever. Like, it's not even her word against your word, it's our word against your word. And even if she was hollering and screaming at him, we're gonna say that she wasn't. Now, mind y'all, the door was closed, And if they actually did an actual investigation, they will see, because they have cameras all through the daycare. So you will see, if it's not a blind spot, they will see me passing the door and stopping, because I noticed how crazy you're yelling. Not only are you hollering and screaming, because I would have thought it was just a child. Not only are you hollering and screaming, you're hollering and screaming my kid name. So that's what made me stop in my footsteps from going to get Jaxon to going to see what the... Because I was ready right then and there to go ahead and check her about hollering and screaming at my child. Because if I sit here and I'd be like, such and such, such and such, blah, 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 they're going to say that I'm sitting here acting crazy. They're going to sit here and say I'm crazy. They're going to sit here and say that I'm abusing them. And they're going to sit here and say that they feel threatened. So how the fuck you think my 3-year-old feel? Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't care. Because y'all trying to save face. Because y'all want some more money to come pouring into this daycare. Which I don't care how y'all get y'all bag. Y'all just need to do something with this staff member right here. Because obviously she has an issue. And if it's not with black people, she has a mental issue altogether. But no way I should have heard her hollering and screaming my child's name outside the door. To the point where I stopped. Like, what the fuck going on? And if they actually reviewed the cameras, they'd see me stop and go backwards to see what the hell going on with my child. What's the issue, sis? So that's my whole thing. Like, do your research. More than likely, they're not going to sit here and review it. And even if they do review it, they're gonna see that I stopped and went backwards. Mind y'all, when they moved Julian in the class, because Julian is not in aftercare, we wouldn't have no idea of knowing where he was at. Like, when we seen that they was in class, they was like, they're not in that class. And when we came to the next door, like, I wouldn't even known where he was at. We have went through the whole daycare before, looking for them before, and you know, we had to go back to the front because they have moved them and we didn't know where y'all had even took them to. So unless you were hollering and screaming my name, my child name, like I said, and being abusive to my child, I wouldn't even know that he was in that room. And it's just simple. With them door closed, you can hear kids sometimes. With Jaxon class, I can't hear them until I go in that classroom. That's how loud that this person was hollering and screaming at my child, which is verbal abuse. Which you shouldn't work with kids if you're going to treat kids like that. And that's just bottom line. That's just point blank, and that's just on the period, poo. I said I was gonna stop saying it in the new year, but yeah, y'all, that's like the, I guess you could call it a rant video. That's the update that's going on with this. I don't know, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments if I leave them open, and if this video stays up. If this video don't stay up, just know that they sat there and tried to flag the video because they don't want no negative energy about their daycare. And to me, I feel like if you don't want nobody to have anything negative to say about your location, fix the problem. If the problem is the staff member, it just does not make any sense for out of 8 to 7 people, I only have an issue with 1. This is the only person that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about nobody else, but it's just all made up. It's just fabricated bull. No, it's not. Also, y'all, but what I was gonna say is, it just doesn't make no sense because Jaxon class is 4 different teachers in there. I don't have a problem with none of them. All of them speak. All of them friendly. I have never heard them hollering and screaming at nobody's child. I have never seen them bullying nobody. They don't sit here if they're in the way, like on a computer. They're on a computer. They don't just sit here and be like, hey, if they're trying to get something out of the cupboard, they be like, hey, I'm trying to get that, or excuse me, or anything. And they smile and they speak and they're friendly. They actually probably like working with kids, you know? One would think. So yeah, y'all, like this daycare, to me, how they approaching this and how they're handling the whole situation, to me, like, you would rather keep your staff member, that's clearly the fucking problem, than to sit here and redirect this person, move her to a different classroom, whatever it is that you have to fucking do with this motherfucker. Clearly you don't give a fuck. Like, oh, if you take your kid out this daycare, oh the fuck well. Most daycares want you to keep your kid in the daycare because they can continue to get their check and not have to sit here and fill that spot or whatever. But this particular daycare showed me that y'all don't give a fuck. So I don't know if I'm going to keep Jaxon's daycare or if we're gonna move it. Also, y'all, I have asked for my kids to be moved to a different location because this just could be this location. Staff members right here. Like I said, out of everybody in here, the only rude people are basically the director and the teacher in this classroom that just don't need to be working with kids. And most people, in most people's opinion, when they hear the story, they don't even like watch the video. When I did the review on Facebook and they seen the story, they were like, this person don't need to work with kids. Like, that just does not make any sense. Like, why aren't they doing anything? I wonder. But anyway, you guys, before this video be too long, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. Go subscribe to Jackie Aina. This is not like a collaboration video. She probably don't even need the damn shout out. I don't know how the video is going to go, but if you like makeup, if you like beauty, like I do a little beauty on my Black Sheep Beauty, but like I learned everything that I do with any kind of makeup from Jackie Aina. Like just point blank period. And we the same shade. So if you about my skin complexion, that's a good shade reference. But anyway, you guys, that's my experience with this daycare so far. It's nothing like the first experience. The first experience was good. The first experience, I just couldn't get my child to the center. But with this person only had one daycare. She went from one daycare to 6, and then that location that she had on Cantrell, she doesn't even have no more. And normally when you go bigger, it's like it's good. It's not. This one was not bigger and better. So we're looking for a different place to sit here and send Julian. And also, I know a lot of people going to want to know, like, why not just do his therapy at home? If y'all know of a program, if y'all live in Arkansas, from Arkansas, if y'all know of a center that actually does in-home therapy, leave it down in the comments, because I'm not opposed to doing his house in-home. AVA is supposed to be able to be in-home, but we're having a whole issue with that. We might have to put him in the AVA daycare that actually has somebody outsourced to come do the occupational and speech therapy for Juju. We don't know. Also, before I wrap this up, I want to say, y'all, with most daycares, when they have a meeting with you, they have a coordinator that tells you about the daycare, tells you when they open, give you all the stuff that you need, answer all your questions. And before your kid even start the daycare, normally, or within the first month of your child starting the daycare, normally they sit here and let you speak to the therapist. So the therapist can tell you, based off this, or based off this finding and that finding, based off this finding and that finding, we're going to be trying to do this, that, and the third. We're working with him with speech with this, and we're trying to get him to say more of this and more of that. Even when they was doing outpatient therapy with this same daycare at a whole different location, the speech therapist will tell us that we're working on this, we're working on this week, we're going to start working on this. So if y'all can do this at home, that's the whole point of meeting with the therapist, so that you can know what they're working with. Just like Jaxon's supposed to get orthopedics, I don't know what's going on with that, because I haven't even met with the therapist. Like, the therapist that did his evaluation, the therapist that's working with him are two different people. So you could get him and be like, well, a person could get him and be like, well, I don't see the point of why he need therapy or whatever, or why, like, no, I don't recommend that he have orthopedics, and that could be all the way off the table. We don't know, because we haven't sat down with a therapist. Like, it's just ridiculous to me. And like when he was doing an outpatient, we can text the therapist, they could tell us what was going on and what they're working in. Even if you're in a rush and they want something to tell you, they have something to tell you, or if they was gonna be closed, or if they was gonna extend the hours. Like, we haven't talked to therapy. The director, we have been asking for that before we even started the thing, and it's supposed to be scheduled and this, that, and the third, but it never got scheduled. And the director has an attitude, because I'm like, well, most people do this, like, in the beginning, like, what's going on with this? And what's going on with this is that she's inexperienced, and again, she does not give a fuck. Like, that's just bottom line, Pooh. I have a 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, and when I did, and then with Jaxon and Julian, when this daycare was helping hand with Julian, we still had a coordinator that told us about the daycare, told us what we needed, told us what we didn't need it, let us meet with the therapist, even if they had to break it up in 2 sessions. That's what they did, so everyone can be on the same page, because you're getting therapy at daycare, but if you're not getting work with at home kind of the same way, it's not going to work as efficient as it could. But yeah, y'all, that's all I can really think about with this daycare. I just wanted to give y'all an update, and in the new year, y'all, I'm just go ahead and let y'all know, like I said last year, that I'm gonna be more real and I'm gonna be more organic. Life is not perfect. I feel like a lot of people do not sit here, and when they're going through, they just go here and be like, oh my god, my kids in daycare, oh my god, I just love the daycare, I love the daycare, oh my god, it's good. And then you see them 2, 3, 4, 5 months later in a whole different daycare. Like, well, what happened with the other daycare? Why didn't you just keep them in that daycare type thing? So I want to let y'all know that if you are going through this stuff with daycares, and from the comments that I read with some of the daycares that I had did reviews on, or told what was going on, and just updated you guys on, a lot of people that don't even have kids, it's like, dude, the daycares are outrageous, these schools are outrageous, and they're just doing the absolute most. It's good to know that my friend is not the only person that's experiencing it. Or she was like, I just don't even know what's going on with daycares and child cares, like, they're doing the absolute most now, and I feel like they do. So that's why I do these videos. In the new year, I'm going to let y'all, I'm taking y'all with me on a journey, and I'm gonna try to do better with actually putting the videos up closer to the time that I recorded it, versus I need to do a new video to kind of update y'all on that update. Like, that's, I have been falling behind with this. On the new year, I'm gonna try to do that. And I'm recording 4 times a week, which is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and Sundays. Y'all should get a video at 10 a.m. no later than 11 a.m. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all y'all support. Thank you guys for the people that shared this video out. Thank you guys for the people that's on Facebook, that's Facebook friends with me, that shared out that review and stuff like that, because like I said, they were deleting it. I don't know if they still can delete it, but I tagged them that I was at that place versus tagging like the other way, like on a page, because they just deleted it. But yeah, you guys, that was my experience, and we're gonna tell y'all about the next experience. We are looking into a different daycare. Hopefully I had this up before the 15th of January. Like, hopefully I had this up, but I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing to this video. Not a lot, but like when I was just kind of pausing and stuff like that, I have to edit that. But thank you guys. Subscribe to this video if you like anything to do with autism updates, kid updates, unboxings. This is really like a lifestyle family channel. It's not, and also my channel is not directed towards kids, but I try not to cuss as much so that it can be more kid friendly. But I ain't gonna sit here and say that I ain't dropped a bomb here or not. I probably edited it out if I did, or if you see that I was talking and I clipped something and I edited it out because I was trying not to cuss or something like that. So yeah, but it's not targeted towards kids. Anyway, see you guys on the next video. Be blessed. Peace.